The jury. Rain and bird shit battered Edward the fucking Blue Engine with his damn goods train as he went down the main line. A week's worth of bad weather was making life on the island very, very difficult. "Fuck you!" he said to the person up on the lighthouse. The troublesome trucks were being very troublesome too. They didn't want to have to go out in such terrible weather. Though, with each wheel turn, Edward grew more and more excited. Sir Topham Hatt had just finished work on a brand new engine shed. A special train of enthusiasts were going to arrive to take photos of all of the engines in the shed to celebrate its grand opening. As Edward was returning, he was stopped at a junction when he saw that Bear was pulling past. The Fat Controller was on his train, and he would be back in the morning, with the enthusiasts to take photos of all the engines. "Fucking Bear, that piece of shit," thought Edward, and he continued on. As Edward approached his station, he was surprised to see that the breakdown cranes were hard at work. Flames and feces lay everywhere, and trucks lay smashed at odd angles. Edward carefully rolled past as he surveyed the damage. What happened here? He thought. Later on that afternoon, Edward was still very concerned after he had returned to his station. Meanwhile, Boko was smashing the breakdown cranes to pieces. He was very cross. Before Edward could get a word in, "What the fuck?" said Boko very angrily. "They're trying to send him to the trash!" "Who exactly?" asked Edward. "It's Diesel," Boko responded. "Percy had a bad accident at your station this afternoon. James says he witnessed Diesel pushing trucks right into Percy. Since Sir Topham Hatt is away, the inspector is the one who's being put in charge, and he's decided to send Diesel to the trash. He'll be in the can first thing tomorrow. Please, Edward, you have to be able to change the inspector's mind," Boko said. "It all seems so unnecessary." Edward pondered for a moment. Edward said, "The facts are clear, and I can't change that." "Or is it?" said Boko. "The facts have not been fully explored." "Who gives a shit?" said Bill. "I got my chicken nuggets," added Ben. "Oh, Ben, no one gives a shit! This is about to fly in the fucking trash, and you think I care about fucking chicken nuggets? What the fuck?" Edward intervened sharply. "So, about Diesel." "Oh, yes. They're trying to send Diesel to the trash, and I really don't think this is a fair trial. I think that everyone here has resentment towards Diesel, and..." "God damn it, Ben!" I'm sorry. I'll go. I'll go. "You fucking piece of shit!" "Sorry about that. So yeah, please find a way to change the inspector's mind. You have to," said Boko. And with that, he pulled away. All of the other Diesels on the island of Sodor thought that Diesel's punishment was way too harsh, and the facts were not being looked at clearly. However, the inspector didn't give a shit. Edward was so focused on the situation with Diesel, he didn't even notice the new shed as he puffed in very crossly. Engines were screaming at each other and throwing fries at one another. Percy was on fire, and the inspector was surrounded by workmen telling them about what happened. Worst of all, James was insulting anybody who disagreed with him and was saying that Diesel would finally be gone, to the delight of the bigger engines, of course. Edward surveyed the mess. He was upset to see that not a single Diesel had been summoned to fight for Diesel's cause. He whistled very loudly. "We must talk about Diesel," said Edward. "Inspector, I do not believe that you have all of the facts straight, and I want to discuss everything with everyone here." The inspector, who was already late for his fucking tea, hesitantly agreed. I am in charge until Sir Topham Hatt arrives back tomorrow. You have until sunrise to convince me not to put Diesel into the trash forever. And with that, he turned on his heel and smashed the shed door shut, hoping the windows would break, but that didn't happen. All of the engines started to roll closer to Edward. They were going to break him to pieces. All right, let's get this shit over with, said Henry. The facts are very clear, said Gordon. Our poor Percy was forcefully smashed off the rails into a bunch of flames by Diesel and his goddamn bullshit. James is our witness who saw Diesel fleeing the scene. Exactly, said James. Can we all agree with the facts presented that Diesel is the culprit, said Gordon. All of the engines agreed. That's settled then, said Gordon.
No, it is not, said Edward. I don't agree.
What? What the fuck?
Don't you believe he tried to smash my Percy? Said Percy. I'm afraid not, said Edward. I believe the trucks did, but not under the guidance of Diesel.
What is the meaning of this shit? Explain! Right now!
I believe that this is not a fair trial. All of you have some kind of resentment towards Diesel after what he's done over the years. And for good reason, Duck added sharply. But don't let that resentment cloud your judgment on the facts presented. We all know what it's like to have the threat of going in the trash lingered above you. All the engines thought about all the times they've been screamed at by Sir Topham Hatt.
I don't fucking care, said James.
Oliver thought about the time that he was in the trash. What if Diesel isn't okay? I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I knew he got fucking scrapped. He didn't think twice about scrapping you, said Douglas. But that was a different time, said Toby. And besides, that wasn't Diesel personally.
Enough! We are digressing about shit that does not matter!
It doesn't matter anyway, because I saw the whole thing, said James. No, you didn't, Edward interjected sharply. You were flagged down after the accident, so how could have you have seen Diesel push Percy off the tracks? My James, my 5, and, I didn't see that particular part, but I did see him run away from it. Indeed, thought Thomas. Innocent engines don't just run away. Only those who have something to hide, added Henry. Emily then sharply interjected. Maybe he'd all think that you'd smash him to pieces. I could think of at least 8 engines who have threatened to smash another engine to pieces, even without reason. The engines began to grumble.
Bullshit! You're a piece of shit! Fuck you! Son of a bitch! Shut the fuck up!
Let's just take a vote. All of those who think Diesel is guilty, blow your whistles now. And those in favor of innocent?
$1,000?!
Shouted Duck. After everything Diesel did to me? That was years ago, said Oliver. You must put the past behind you. I have. I'm smashing Oliver to pieces.
You wanna go, bitch? Jesus Christ, he's allowed to have his own opinion, Gordon.
I just don't think Diesel did it. Nobody's seen him do it. Just that he was there.
Bullshit!
Shouted Henry. I had seen him a few hours before. He was playing Fortnite, and he was beating the fucking trucks around the goddamn yard. He looked like he was in the right frame of mind to beat anyone off the tracks. Admittedly, said Thomas, we all beat our trucks sometimes. There's nothing new there.
I don't beat my trucks! That is horseshit!
Shouted Thomas. You smash your trucks all the time. Name one time. Well...
Something correct!
That fucking thing. Well, look, you guys really think I meant to break those trucks? Like, my tender and I... James.
We're getting off topic.
Point is that we all beat our trucks sometimes to make them behave. Maybe Diesel was just doing that.
Because all Diesels are stupid.
He's right. You can't trust any of them.
What the fuck? I'm breaking fucking Toby to pieces. Have we decided to undo everything we've learned about Diesels?
Are you all just fucking shallow as shit? Toby! All diesels are devious? Some of them are our most closest of friends. Mavis has been nothing but exceptional to me. Lots of diesels you know, too. There's Boko, Daisy, Bear, to name a few. The engines did think about what Toby did say. Those diesels have helped us through many situations. Of course, there are those that we want to break to pieces, but that's the beauty of having different personalities. Diesels are a lot like us. There are those who are kind and endearing, and then there are those who are shitty and insufferable. Yeah, you're right, said Donald and Douglas, and we take back what we said. But we still haven't revealed why Diesel was beating the trucks around. I know the freight diagrams, and Diesel was smashing coal trucks to pieces. He wasn't rostered to pull them. Maybe he was just preparing the train. He is a shunter, after all. Or maybe he stole the train to run Percy off the tracks. Taking something that's not yours. Sounds familiar. Remember my fucking coach, said Thomas. The twins knew what he meant. And swapping tenders to deceive the fat controller. Shut the fuck up! What the fuck? The point is that sometimes we all make mistakes, and we'll do silly things to try to conceive them so we won't get caught. Maybe the whole thing was just a huge accident and nothing more, thought Thomas. The twins whispered something amongst one another. It wasn't clear among the other engines, but they felt they heard something about returning to Scotland or breaking each other to pieces. They knew not to disturb them, though. After a long silence, they both crossly looked away from each other. That's when Edward decided to ask for another vote. All in favor of guilty, said Edward. Please whistle. And those in favor of innocent? A complete divide, Toby observed. Percy, do you still believe that Diesel is the one who pushed you off the tracks? Of course he does. I'm picking your bar with a fucking fork! Diesel has played tricks on me before. Remember, Duck, when he was sent to help us at the harbor? Whenever I want to rest, he would smash me to pieces. All my coal would be strewn all over the docks. I do, said Duck. But that was such a long time ago. Has he done anything more recently, excluding this incident? Percy thought for a moment. Well, nothing comes to mind. I mean, I do get in a lot of accidents. Like that one accident I had with my chocolate milkshake where I flew off the tracks with the mail train into a fireball and like my fries, my fucking chicken sandwich flew everywhere and like it was terrible. My sticks blew up and like nobody gives a shit. Oh, sorry. I just thought everyone would like to know. So do you think Diesel's punishment is too harsh? Well, you know what? Yes, I do. I think it is too harsh. And do you think he did it? Stop putting words in his mouth! I'm sick of this shit! I'm a hanger! Did anyone else see Diesel before the incident? No one had. What do you remember seeing at the harbor, Henry? Asked Oliver. Well, I didn't stop, but I do remember seeing Diesel smashing the trucks. We know that, said Donald. Was anyone else there? Think carefully, Henry. Think clearly. He tried to remember exactly what was happening that day. I was pulling through Brendam Docks. That's when I saw Diesel breaking the trucks to pieces. And I saw Rosie. Yes, Rosie was in the yards.
trust this piece of shit to miss a fucking pink engine. She could tell us what happened, said Oliver. Rosie was sent to the works today. They were rushing on her quickly so she could be here for the photos in the morning. Actually, she should be here any... Not by the paint on my fucking 7, chuckled Toby. Oh, I thought that was the fat controller, James said as he put his Skittles away. Rosie rolled into the shed. Wow, said Rosie, what a storm it is out there. No leaks in this shed, though. Am I right? Then she noticed. All of the engines weren't smiling. They were going to try to smash Rosie to pieces. Rosie was then informed on the situation, and then asked the question, what do you remember on the day of Percy's accident? Well, the engines waited with great anticipation. Well, said Rosie, I was sitting in a siding at the harbor when Diesel arrived.
Breaking trucks full of fucking diarrhea is not how I thought I would be spending my evening.
Well, know this, Diesel. I am very appreciative of your help. Besides, you'd only be shunting elsewhere. Well, how did you wreck your buffers anyway? Oh, this fucking Bill and Ben, those pieces of shit! They play this game where they like to smash the fucking docks, and a truck rolled right into me. Now my bumpers are gonna have to get snapped up and fly in the fucking trash! Oh, those pieces of shit! Oh, all they do is break and wreck shit! And you're all just a wreck, said one of the trucks. You know what? Diesel had finished all of his shunting and was awaiting further instructions. Then there was trouble. Ah, that was some great McDonald's. Yeah, I doubt I'm ever gonna get that out of my smoke box. They were bored, so they decided to smash the docks. Heads up, Ben! What the fuck?! This is exactly how you put me out of service! Come on, said Ben. At least you get to rest for a while. We're only having fun, right, Diesel? Diesel didn't respond. They continued to play their game. What the fuck?! You know what? I'm out of here! Fuck all of you!
Then there was trouble.
Shit! The train!
And off Diesel went after the train. Bill and Ben didn't give a shit, though. Diesel was moving as fast as he could. With all of his might, he slowly managed to close the gap.
Slow down, Diesel! Fuck me, Diesel! You can't catch us!
The truck started to pull away. Percy was up ahead with a train full of propane tanks.
Look out!
But it was all in vain. Shit! So Diesel chased the train? Said Thomas. Yes, he did, without even considering his own safety or his own Diesel. It was very, very brave of him. Bill and Ben have gotten away with it, and now Diesel is being sent to the trash on behalf of their actions.
Oh my god! Those pieces of fucking shit!
I tried to tell someone, but no one would believe me. This changes everything, said Gordon. We can't throw him in the trash if he's innocent. The facts are clear now. Everybody in favor of innocent? please whistle. So we've cleared Diesel's name now, then where's that piece of shit anyway? I think he was in the good shed. Not anymore, said the shed master. He's left over an hour ago. Tonight he was scheduled to be sent off the Vickerstown Bridge into a fireball.
Then we must go now, said Edward.
I'll go get my propane tanks, said Rosie. Everything in our way must be blown up. And they hurried out of the shed. Oh man, thought Percy. Fucking Sir Topham Hatt's gonna get the crowbar, it's gonna crack our fucking faces. Soon they were all out on the main line. The storm made it nearly impossible to see anything, but they pressed on. They begged the signalmen to close all of the lines down. Nothing in their way stood a chance. Finally, under the dim lights of a station, Edward saw a familiar engine. "Oh my God," said Edward. "Thank goodness you're still here." "I don't have a choice," said Diesel. "He won't let me through." "What the fuck?" said the station master. "Literally every fucking phone on the fucking island has been ringing for the past hour about this diesel engine that was supposed to get blown up. What the fuck is even going on?" Edward explained what was happening to the station master. As he explained, more and more engines pulled up. The station master was a kind man, and he listened very carefully. "I see," said the station master. "Well then, we better hurry, because the inspector will be here not long from now. I'll speak with control about getting you all back to the sheds. All of you." The workman was watching fucking TikTok when he got a call on the phone.
What the fuck?
All the scheduled night trains were forced to stay in their sidings. Then, first came Edward, and then a whole brigade of engines came thundering through. It didn't escape Diesel's attention that every single engine that came to save him was a steam engine. Much of the storm had cleared up when the enthusiast train had arrived. Bear got as close to the new sheds as he could before he was stopped by the three big engines. Wheesh! They went as they blew steam in Bear's face.
Fuck off!
What the fuck?
They heard a familiar voice. Oh, I can't go one day without this shit! What the fuck?
Then he saw Edward slowly coming out of the shed.
What the fuck is this shit?
Okay, I know you want to rip your top hat, but please just ask Bear to leave the passengers there for a second. It's a bit of thing all night, and this better be good. He entered the shed.
Oh, what the fuck?
He smashed the fucking door shut behind him and put his fucking hat on. What Sir Topham Hatt saw was unbelievable. The inspector was beating every single engine around the turntable. His clothes were soaked in sweat, and he looked like he hadn't slept a week.
What the fuck? Shouted the inspector. I've been up all night dealing with this motherfucking bullshit! I can't! I took my fucking bicycle out in the middle of a thunderstorm because of this stupid fucking diesel! Every single man has been ringing my fucking phone over this stupid shit! My fucking bike is sideways in the fucking trash right now! What the fuck? All because of that piece of shit!
Sir Topham Hatt saw what he meant. Parked behind Duck was Diesel. Duck was wheezing steam angrily.
What the fuck? You said you'll give us till sunrise to figure out the entire story. Yet, you sent Diesel away early, said Percy. You didn't have all the facts. Shut the fuck up! Now listen here, you little shit! So Topham Hatt put me in charge. An engine caused a fucking accident and tried to send Percy into a fucking fireball. That's why he's going in the fucking trap! Do you really think I'd let all of, well, you pieces of shit stop me from putting Diesel into the can? Fuck you!
The Fat Controller had seen it all. Inspector, a word, please. The inspector turned around quite surprised.
But sir, your engines, they've mutinied and burned half the island, destroyed my fucking bike, my fucking hat, and so I'm gonna have to go in the goddamn trash.
Yes, and I know. And I'm pissed as fuck right now. I have this fucking smile because I'm gonna get a ton of insurance money from all this shit. I think all you've had is a long night.
Oh, I have. Yes, I have. I'll get that fucking Diesel in the trash one way or another. On my authority.
On your authority?
The engine's braced for the fucking trash.
On my fucking authority, it appears that you have been too hasty with trying to blow up one of my diesels on my railway. Now, maybe we can eat some Twinkies and...
No!
He walked right up to fucking Saturn. Duck stood firm.
Move out of my way now, or I tell the Fat Controller about the Wendy's. You know what? There, right in front of Sir Topham Hatt. You're going in the fucking trash!
It is everything in me not to fucking take a match and light this whole fucking shed on fire and just go to California for the rest of the year. But I am not going to fucking do that. Instead, I am going to tell you to get the fuck out of my shed right now, or I'm going to crunch your fucking hat in my fist and put it in the goddamn trash.
The inspector's shoulders twitched. He stood there for a while, staring right through Duck, who proceeded to stare back, as did Diesel. He then turned back to the Fat Controller.
These engines smashed everything within a half-mile radius of this shed. I know I'm right about that Diesel, and I will get him in the fucking trash, one way or another. You fucking hear me?
Get out of my fucking shed or I call the cops.
He threw his fucking hat in the trash. Smashed the shed door shut.
The big engines then came in, leaving Bear waiting anxiously outside. The Fat Controller stood on a fucking barrel. The engines braced for the trash.
What the fuck happened? I can't even leave for 24 fucking hours without some shit fucking happening. I just want to put you on the fucking trash right now.
However, I'm going to be getting a lot of insurance money from this, so I'm going to have to plaster a fucking smile and pretend that I actually care about Diesel. So, I am actually quite surprised that all of you gave a shit about Diesel, considering the things that he's done to you. So, this fucking smile on my face is fucking fake. So, yeah. James then added, well, if it weren't for Edward being such a piece of shit, I think we all would have beat Diesel to pieces. Well, yes, in the end of the day, you did the right thing. Now, with all this insurance money, I'm going to be buying a fucking house in New York, because I can now. Oh, and that reminds me, the enthusiasts are still waiting outside. Lord knows what they think has been going on in here all this time. I guess I'll go fucking explode then. Diesel spoke for the first time all morning. The tourists are here to take pictures of steam engines, and they would probably just kick my fucking face and throw rocks at my face and break my Diesel. Not a chance, said Edward. Diesel took a look around the shed. Everyone was smiling at him. "This shed is for Sir Topham Hatt's engines," Henry said. Fucking bear rolled into the shed with all the goddamn enthusiasts. Soon, the enthusiasts were buzzing around the shed, kicking the engines, eating fries, fucking throwing drinks at their faces. They were all very happy, but no one was happier than that fucking chocolate bar. Boko then passed by. Fuck you! And Edward had a fake smile. Bill and Ben had got put in the fucking trash. They decided that their game of smashing Brendam Docks wasn't worth it anymore. They sat there sulkingly as the workmen cut their funnels off and sacked their fucking coal up into trash bags and left it out in fucking Facebook Marketplace. Diesel remained on the Fat Controller's railway. Even though Diesel hadn't much mentioned the actions that the engines took to save him, all of the engines deep down inside knew that he was secretly grateful he didn't get blown up.